on the client.
Okay, good. Thank you. So diabetes that was diagnosed prior to age 50, do not submit. Yet if they're on a pill after the age of 50, diagnosed and prescribed after age 50, it'd be no problem. Yet insulin is a find another home.
That's right.
Okay. I just got a text in from Big Mike. Lexapro. The client takes a generic for Lexapro. I guess that's for mood disorder. Do you know an answer off the top of your head?
Not off the top of my head, but I can tell you Lexapro, one thing they're going to be looking at is depression. So if there's depression or mental illness, severe depression, that would be a decline. If it's a mild depression, we could accept.
Okay.
So I don't, but as far as the drug itself, it's not a knockout. It's not on the knockout list, Lexapro, but they will be looking for any kind of sign of depression, severe depression.
Okay. Mike's on
Now,
the
you may ask, how do you know about severe depression if you're not pulling medical records? That would be a valid question. We'd be looking at the prescription history. How long has the client been on Lexapro? How many years have they taken it? I'd say if it's been a number of years and it's a pretty high dose, let's double check with an underwriter before you submit that application.
Okay, I think Marie raised her hand again. Marie, I thought you were done. And did you raise your hand again?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yes.
I was telling Jay you were done because I saw your hand next to your name, and Jay's whispering to me saying, no, she put her hand back up. She must have another important question. Okay,
yeah,
you're on the air.
Last round of questions, at least for now. Payments. I went in yesterday and I did a dummy application. And I noticed that you had premium payment options. What are the options? Do you accept money order? Do you accept checks? Do you accept and when you're doing an e-app, is it only bank draft? Well, first question: do you accept money orders, checks, cashier's checks? What forms of payments are acceptable?
Thank you, Marie. Great question. So when you're doing an e-application, you will select at the illustration. Everything starts with the illustration software. So when you're designing your case and building the case, you're going to choose at that time your modal premium, where you're going to offer monthly, quarterly, semi-annual, and annual premium modes. Monthly is always going to require an EFT draft, okay? So if you're going to choose monthly modal, just know that we will draft the initial premium. One thing I do want to point out about that, Sagicor does not collect any premium from any client until a policy is issued and settled. So once it's settled, that's when we will initiate the draft of the initial premium, okay? Secondly, on the semi-annual, the other payment modes, if we will accept a cashier's check, no money orders. Money orders are out. We do not accept them. We will accept a cashier's check, a personal check, and a bank draft, of course, for that. We don't do a credit card payment unless you do e-delivery for that initial premium.
Okay. My other question is, you mentioned that an APS is required for someone over 66 applying between $25,000 and $99,000. How long does the APS process take generally? I mean,
it does take some time, Marie. Great. We're at the mercy of the doctor's office. So, of course, we like to think it's about 15 days, business days. However, it can be less time. It could be more time, depending on the doctor's office and what their requirements are.
Can you walk me through what the process is? Because maybe I can think of a way to try and expedite it, because I have, of course, written business for the past 16 years, and I have had to go to the doctor's office and request, so I have also requested that the proposed insured get involved by just simply making the the doctor's office or the secretary aware so that they can, process it as soon as possible. There are things on our end that can be done. So
you bet.
can you walk
Absolutely.
me through, by the time you get the e-application, how quickly, what is the process at that point?
So in a fully contracted situation, let's say you're with us, Marie, you're fully contracted, you've been writing business as Sagicor, you've had some immediate turnarounds. Let's just say you have a situation where you wrote a fully underwritten app on a 67-year-old, and we're going to order an APS. That application is going to come in. It gets checked by new business and moved into the underwriting department. At that time, within 24, 48 hours, they're ordering an APS. That's required, okay, for that age group. The APS, the request goes out. We use APPS to get, I think it's APPS. It might be Parameds. I have to narrow that down for you. I'm not sure which one is which. I think it's Parameds that does our APS for us. We use a third party. They get the request out to the doctor's office. At that time, we do a follow-up, or they do a follow-up. Every 24 to 48 hours, they are following up until they get a confirmation of receipt. They are relentless in their follow-up until they get confirmation of receipt from the doctor's office. After that, they will follow up every couple of days for an ETA. Once they get a confirmation, let's say that the doctor's office has to send it to a copy service, which seems to really be the most delay in those APSs is when it has to go to a copy service. They will do, again, every 2 days follow-up on that attending physician statement until they receive confirmation on when they anticipate, the doctor's office anticipates mailing those out. Let's just say they get a doctor's office on the phone and they say, hey, it takes us 10 days to process. After 10 days, we should get it mailed out within 24 hours. So we wouldn't be doing a follow-up call until at that 11th day or 12th day. We might even give it a little bit more time to get mailed in, but we will do a follow-up just to ensure that it's been sent out, the medical records. There's also a payment process in there. There are times that it drags, and we will ask if an agent's getting, a little, or the client's getting a little antsy. Listen, your client, you're always welcome to contact. The client hires the doctor. The client has more footing with the doctor to get the records released. So if it comes down to this situation is dragging out, we're not getting anywhere, the agent is more than welcome to step in along with the client to help assist with getting those medical records over.